Close now to Frank. And morning, Frank. Thank you for joining us this morning. Well, what can you tell us? What is new? Because yes, you did say one person has been arrested.
Well, Chamberlain, good morning. For now, there is not much we can tell you about ongoing investigations. I'm sure you equally understand why. Investigating a terror plot or a terror attack or a suspected bomb attack is such a very sensitive investigation. And we must strike a balance between the need to inform.
I'm afraid we lost Frank there, but we'll try and get the connection back and get him to also continue speaking up on that one.
Well, let's just hope they can re-establish the call to Frank Mbe, the first PRO there. But basically, I think away from investigation and away from the man who's been arrested and all of those who have died, you know, I want to rest on that particular one. It is pretty sad. And, well, if we decide to keep mourning on a daily basis, that's where people get a little bit worried. But the good thing about it all is that people are getting busy now, knowing fully well that they have to be busy in terms of security for themselves and for places around their locality. And that is what we have seen so far. Otherwise, Chamberlain, without such vigilance, we wouldn't have been able to notice any face of some of these people who carried out this particular act. And I'm sure it looks like Frank is back. Is he back? Frank, are you there now?
Yes, I'm here, Sulai.
Sorry, we lost you there. And you were talking about investigation. Well, going further,
yes,
what can you tell us?
The other thing I can confirm for now is the fact that the police bomb disposal squad has actually commenced a post-glance analysis, while a joint investigation by the security forces is actually on the way. Is actually ongoing, and I can equally confirm the fact that an arrest has been made. But that's the much we can say for now, owing to the very sensitive nature of the case at hand. We understand the need to inform the public, but also it is important that we strike a balance between the need to inform the public and also the need to protect the integrity of ongoing investigations.
Okay, well, it's good to know that we heard some of those who were at the scene of that event that the response time for the agencies was fantastic in their words. What can you tell us about what should owners of these kind of public places immediately do?
Yes, I agree with you that the response time was quite good. And not only the response time, the coordination among the security forces as well as the emergency services, the NEMA, fire service, ambulance, the military, police, DSS, and other agencies was also excellent. And on the security tips of what owners of shopping malls should do, my first advice is the fact that owners of shopping malls must work hard to institute a very disciplined access control regime. We must have a very strong access control, strong enough to deter would-be criminals. Where possible, owners of shopping malls must equally create designated parking lots that are away from the core business premises or the core business buildings. But where this is not possible, they must make sure that access control into the business premises is very strict. And I equally want to give perhaps some kudos to those at Emma Plaza, and perhaps that is also as a result of ongoing sensitization by security agencies. It might interest you to know that officials of both the police and the DSS have been visiting shopping malls and giving them advice. And I think perhaps that also helped us yesterday Because if the or if the bomber had actually gotten to the center of that business premises, it would have been a much more devastating tragedy or destruction. Beyond access control, it is where possible, owners of business premises must begin to install CCTV cameras. If we have CCTV cameras in all the shopping malls, it will also help us. Not only will it also act as a deterrent, it will also help us in investigation if the unexpected eventually occur. And beyond that, we also advise them to try to work very closely with security agencies. They must make conscious effort to arm themselves with relevant phone numbers of the police, the Department of State Security Service, the military, and other agencies. Currently, Nigeria have got a national emergency number 112, but my personal advice is that they should go beyond memorizing 112, equally arm themselves with the phone numbers of the control room of the different police commands across the Federation. If you're in Abuja, you need to have the control room number of the FCT command. And if you're in other cities, we equally advise you to have the control room number of the states where you reside.
Okay, that means that, it wouldn't be too much for all the other commissioners of police across the country. They've got to hit the road, hit the media now, publicize those numbers so that everyone can have those numbers.
Yes, and we are equally doing that. We've been doing that. We commenced a counter-terrorism campaign where we are distributing leaflets containing phone numbers of not just the police control rooms, but also of the DSS and the National Security Advisor's Office. We equally have these numbers on the police website. We equally have them on Frank Mba's blog. We equally have them in so many other platforms. And we've been appealing to newspaper houses to actually take it upon themselves as part of their corporate social responsibility to begin to help us publicize these numbers, to begin to help us publish these numbers. We equally are approaching TV houses, and we'll also be glad if Channels Television, for example, can help us get hold of some of these numbers and begin to scroll them once in a while. We understand these are private business entities, but whatever they can do in exercise of the CSR to help us, we will appreciate that, and I'm sure Nigerians will equally appreciate that.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Frank, and then we'll look forward to the next briefing from you. Oh, you have...
Thank you very much, and we continue to do everything we can to strengthen all the critical infrastructure around all the soft targets across the country in order to improve the general safety of Nigeria and Nigerians.
Thank you. All right, let's...